Hello, Desert Mountain members, and welcome to another edition of the Desert Mountain Podcast. My name is Michael Craven, joined by Kim Atkinson at the other end of the table. Hello, Kim.
Hello, Michael.
How are you today?
Doing fantastic.
Back on the road.
I love this.
This is not the first time we've been in this spot, but it's the first time we've been in this spot at this spot.
Okay.
So
please clarify, Michael.
I will clarify. We are at the beautiful home of Desert Mountain member and care chair. Is that right? Jill Porcellato.
Yeah,
say that three times fast.
Yes.
Jill Porcellato, thank you for welcoming us into your home today.
You're welcome.
That's right. And she has brought with us a lovely and talented volunteer extraordinaire, Miss Diane Jack. Welcome, Diane.
Thank you. I'm
Diane
pleased
gets
to
a round
be
of
here.
applause. Her first time on the podcast.
All right. So she was asking, what is this like? Well, it's just like what we were doing before we started recording.
Sure.
Just having a little conversation.
Yeah,
and we're talking about a very important cause and a wonderful week of Care Week that we are celebrating today with Jill.
Yes.
So welcome to the podcast.
So happy to be here. Yes.
A few things have happened since we last sat down.
That is true. I think we sat down last February.
It was.
right.
It was
Yes.
right before all the big events happening and a lot of positive things to report. So we're going to get into it today.
Yay.
And we're going to learn from Mrs. Jack about all of her experiences. And you've been here at Desert Mountain how long now?
A little over 3 years.
3 years you joined us. Where did you move from?
La Quinta, California.
Very nice.
Yes.
California. Very good. And Jill, how long have you been a member with us now?
I have been a member for 8 years.
8 years.
Yes. And I've been involved with CARE for
8 years. That's right. That's right. So that is
Yes.
one of the key themes for today is how do we find more Dianes?
Exactly.
Is it possible?
Exactly.
Can we find more Dianes?
Right.
We hope so.
Yes.
There's so much fun to share and so many great experiences for you to share with your fellow members and some great results as well. So
Yes.
let's talk about it. So last February we sat down.
It was just before the big Care Gala, right?
Yeah, it was our 25th anniversary gala.
And
Amazing.
it did it justice. It was the biggest and the best, right?
It was.
Denim and
Probably the best we
diamonds.
ever
That's right.
had. The biggest and the best that we ever had. We raised a lot of money.
Do tell. Do tell. Denim and diamonds. We were looking rugged. We were looking sparkly. We had it all going on.
Yes, everyone dressed in the theme. They showed up and they were just ready to help celebrate, I think, 25 years. It was really quite amazing.
And,
And it was in a parking lot of CG, just like the Fall
Which is
Bash.
kind of our new favorite place to
I know.
have events,
I
which
know.
it's really working out.
it
I
really
know.
is.
For everyone that was at the Fall Bash the other night,
Right.
again, another hit.
It was.
Yeah.
Actually, I saw it the year before, and I'm like, oh, that would be such a great place to have a CARE event.
It's true.
And then it came true. My dream came true. It was really actually fantastic.
Just perfect places to set up tables and buffets and kind of meander around and be in different spots
right?
within the same spot.
Exactly.
Pretty cool.
Yes.
So
And under the stars, it was in April, where our events were usually in March. And March can be a little tricky around here. It could be snowing, it could be raining. You never know about the temperature. So I was very happy to move it to April and in a parking lot.
and so generating some outstanding results coming
Yes.
out of that. So
Yes.
tell us a little bit about the fundraising efforts that
Yes.
were achieved through this love of labor of yours that we call CARE.
Exactly.
Yes.
Well, we raise money 2 different ways. One is through our CARE Star donor program. That's where we ask our Desert Mountain members to donate to CARE. And that campaign goes out every October. We raised $880,000 from
Wow.
just that campaign.
Wow.
Then we have a gala really to celebrate with our donors. So if you donate to CARE, you get to come to the gala and you get to play golf. And you get to bring guests.
Win-win.
It's a win-win for sure.
A twin win.
A twin.
Yes.
Oh, I like that.
Yes.
It's a twin win. I love it. And we raised nearly $500,000 from
Man.
our gala and golf tournament. which is record-breaking. That is a record-breaking year. And I just think people showed up. They just wanted to come and celebrate and have fun, and they raised their paddle. They bought live auction items. They participated. They just really participated. I've never seen anything like it, actually.
That's so wonderful.
So
there's just a lot of positive energy, a lot of enthusiasm, and a lot of togetherness. And so we're just very fortunate to be able to host CARE events.
Right.
For those who are new to the mountain, we have a few of those. Let's back up a little bit. What does CARE truly benefit? Where are these funds going, and how are we supporting our members and those within the community?
Absolutely. So how we actually started was raising money for breast cancer research. That was 25 years ago. And we donated all of our funds to Mayo Clinic breast cancer treatment initiatives.
Yes.
And then we added on prostate cancer. And then now really for the last 12 years or so, we've been donating our funds to Honor Health and Mayo Clinic. And these are all types of cancer research projects, not just for breast cancer, not for just prostate. It's for a lot of rare cancers or early detection techniques or initiatives. So we really have advanced in that whole arena. And I think we're doing some really, really, really interesting things. Now, how we do that, I'm certainly not a doctor. I'm not a researcher. I have no idea what kind of research projects look interesting or should we invest in. We have a funding committee, and that funding committee are all Desert Mountain members that have a oncology background. They're doctors or they're medical researchers just from their past. So they're all volunteers for CARE, and they evaluate these projects with Mayo and Honor Health. Then they select them, present them to the board, and then the board actually votes on them. And then that's how we decide what we're funding each year.
Very judicious process, very homegrown.
Exactly.
These hospitals are our hospitals in our own backyard, so I'm sure a lot of people who live here really appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So you've just gone through this process now.
Yes.
After having generated how much?
So we generated over $1 million, but what we donated was $923,500.
So fantastic.
Yes.
Just had to. Didn't feel right not to.
You have to. We have the sound effects. We need to use them.
That's right.
And we just did a check presentation with Honor Health and Mayo just this last Sunday, October 16th, and presented those funds to the physicians. And it's my favorite day of the year.
I bet.
You know, we work really hard all year long, and then we give it away.
That event was just so unique because the everyone who was there, we got to hear where the money's going, what they're using it to do, the types of projects that Desert Mountain has funded. Can you tell the members that weren't there a little bit about that night and kind of what we got to learn?
Yeah, so it really is amazing that they even come up here on their own personal time. These are the doctors and the researchers of the projects we're funding. They come up here and they speak about these projects and inform our community about what is it that what they're focused on, what they're doing, and the results of those projects.
And it was very well presented. I thought it was going to be a lot of medical jargon and that it was all going to go over my head, but they were very down to earth.
Yeah, succinct. Yes. Yeah. Which is, we work hard at that with them because, we're not the doctors, we're not the researchers, but we can understand certain things. So they, I don't want to say they dummy it down, but they do. They bring it down to our level where we can actually understand. They were talking to us just like,
Conversation.
like just sitting here.
Right.
Yeah. Really.
And just a lot of very exciting things for the future, I think. A lot of early detection, a lot of genealogy, a lot of really cool things that have not been available to people in the past.
Right.
And I think a lot of people came out of it kind of excited for the future.
Yes.
And hopeful.
100%.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. I would agree with that. So, yeah, I'm always very thankful that they spend that much time and come up here and do that for us.
Doctors are such special people, too. I mean, when you have that combination of understanding the science and then the compassion that comes with that, and then the communication skills to express, here's what we're doing. I bet they were so grateful to be up here and to be able to benefit from all of this.
Yes. I don't know how often they do that for other people.
Yeah.
But they've been doing that for Desert Mountain Care for about 8 years.
And, since Ms. Sylvia Owens first presented the brown paper sack full of
Brown
cash,
paper bag.
I mean, we're special.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
a
we
special
are.
bunch.
Yeah.
I mean, anyone that can tell that story from 25 years ago. So wonderful.
So true.
So you're excited too, because this week we're rolling into another event.
Yes.
So you've had the wonderful check presentation on Sunday, and now we're getting ready for something else. When this runs on Thursday, it will have already occurred. So paint a picture for everybody. It's a little tricky,
What
but
they're missing.
Yes, exactly.
Perhaps, yes.
And maybe what they can take advantage of next year. So
Yeah.
set the tone. What are we
All right.
expecting?
So this was something brand new, an idea that we had last year that we put into place probably last October. We started thinking about live auction items and giving our Desert Mountain members experiences. That's what they love, right? So give them something that they can get excited about and purchase and help us raise money for cancer research. So we developed the idea that, well, let's see, maybe we'll have a nice dinner, and maybe the Hedges family estate will donate their wine to this wonderful, elegant dinner. But then maybe we should have some entertainment that goes along with that, and then sell it as just this really fun, exciting evening. And, it just started out as an idea, and it just kind of kept going and going and going. We met with Desert Mountain Catering and Events. They helped us design it in the Chiricahua Courtyard. The Hedges were very kind, very generous to say, we would love to participate in this. It's your 25th year, and let's really make this special. Sell tickets. So Anne Marie Hedges was like, let's sell tickets. Let's be different.
Yes.
So then we talked to the live auctioneer and said, how do we do that? She's Letitia Fry was our auctioneer, and she's like, oh, we've done that before. It's so much fun. It's so successful. It gets everyone really excited. So then we kept thinking about, okay, well then what is the entertainment piece? So we started evaluating all sorts of bands and things, that Desert Mountain people like around here. So we came up with Urban Electra. And then we started to call it the Electric Dining Experience.
It will be that.
It will be that.
Yes, I've seen them in action. Well done.
Yes.
That is a fantastic selection.
You mean it was that, Kim? A couple days ago.
The one that's coming up. Yes. Well, we'll have photos to share, because I
Yes,
understand somebody is going to take photos.
We will. We'll be
okay,
there.
Very
Thank
good.
you
Very good.
for
we'll
doing that.
Of course.
So we designed it in the Chiricahua Courtyard. That's kind of where we started. We could only sell 80 tickets. So we decided, let's sell 80 tickets with a wonderful, elegant dinner. All the wine would be paired with each course. Have the entertainment kind of just really fun and exciting. The performers will be up on light boxes performing. So it will be a beautifully decorated courtyard, probably like you've never seen before. It's going to be highly decorated.
Oh, my goodness.
And a lot of lights.
Cool. Very cool.
Beautiful colors. And we sold 80 tickets at $1,000 a ticket.
Whoa.
And I think we just need to say the way that happened was so cool, because as Letitia Fry was doing her thing and getting people amped up for that event, that one hand went up, another hand went up, another hand went up. And before you knew it, there were 80 hands up, maybe even more than 80, I think.
It was
probably
5 minutes or less.
Oh yeah, it was
just
incredible.
It happened so
It was
fast.
like wildfire. It just spread through the event, and then everyone wanted to do it.
Yeah.
And that was, one of the cooler things I've seen at an event like that. It was awesome.
It was fantastic. It was so fantastic. And what was interesting is Letitia Fry actually counted them on her hands.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, funny.
I'm like, how did she? Yeah.
How did we
she-
keep track?
yeah.
She was doing it.
She did it all on her hands.
She's terrific, by the way.
She really
really
is.
is phenomenal. Auctioneer. Yeah.
I know.
Oh, fun.
I know.
That is wonderful. Well, to put all of this together, you can't do it by yourself, can you, Jill?
No.
No.
It takes a team. It takes a team.
It takes a
takes
team.
a village.
It takes a village. There she is. And enter the lovely and talented Diane Jack.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. And so you've been volunteering, You've been at Desert Mountain for 3 years. You
Yes.
found your bearings. You integrated yourself into our community, started
Right.
volunteering with Jill.
Right.
So Jill called you and you said,
Well, it's the job nobody wants.
and you
Being
said,
the auction
yes.
chair.
There you go. Okay, so that was your role. Got
Yes.
it. Okay, the auction chair. So what is that all about, and what are some of the other volunteer opportunities that members are excited about?
Well, there are certainly ones that chairing the auction, I work a little bit on it every day,
Yeah.
but there are opportunities that are just the day of the event itself.
Yeah.
So we need lots of people. It's not that you're signing up for a full-time job.
Right.
It's something you can give as much or as little time to as you want.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So
That's fantastic.
But she's also very creative. So, yeah, it is the job that not a lot of people want because you have to ask for things.
right.
So when she says she's the auction chair, she's helping us procure items, get people to donate
yes.
items to care. And you have to be okay with asking.
right.
And she's creative. So she doesn't have a problem asking. and she doesn't have, and she's definitely creative and putting it all together.
Well, you've been very kind in letting me be creative.
yes, well, because you're just so good at it.
Well, thank you.
Jill is very organized.
Indeed she is.
She definitely understands all facets of running a nonprofit and what it takes to pull these things together. It's a very comprehensive responsibility, and you do it very well.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So what other kinds of volunteers are you looking for? Diane said, it could be a day of, it could be more extended, a couple hours a day or a couple hours a month.
Right, right.
If you had the biggest high demand volunteer scope, what would that be?
That's a very
It's a loaded question.
Well, I look at it 3 different ways. Do you want to volunteer for a day?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to volunteer on a committee that takes more time, more effort, more creativity? Or do you want to volunteer on a board, on a care board, which is really more strategic? Not a lot of time, but you're strategic. You're actually helping us plan the future of care. So I look at it 3 different ways. And people say, you know what? I just want to work for a day. I just want to work at the gala or the golf tournament. I want to be on the golf tournament, course.
Sure. Pick
whatever.
a hole. Yes.
Yeah. Or I want to be on check-in, something like that. Or the gala, there's so many components to that. So that's where we really need committees. It's the auction. It's a live and a silent. There's raffle. There's a paddle race. There's determining the theme and the band and the setup and all that.
And the menu.
And the menu, right. What we're going to feed everybody.
Right.
So there a lot more to do with the gala. Now, when it comes to the board, we're looking at all functions of the board. We're not a big board. We have 6 members, with Sylvia being the historian, right? And then there's the chair. There's a secretary. There's a treasurer. Those are the officer roles that we're always trying to succession plan. We want to bring people on, get them ready, take on new roles. And again, it's not that much time to be on a care board. And then the other roles are really specific to functions, like the funding director that I mentioned when we fund our projects. We have a funding director that has a medical background. I mean, he understands. So it's a very specific role and function.
Yep.
And then there's, the donor development. So that's a big part of how we raise money is by asking our members to donate. And so they're big programs. They're very big programs that we need people to be on the board and help us
Step
figure
up.
those. Yeah,
That's
figure
right.
those
We need
things
more
out.
folks.
Need more folks. So Diane, what is one of the favorite aspects that you have for being a volunteer for care?
Well, it's a giving of my time. I think all of us have had cancer touch our lives. So it's one thing to volunteer, but it's another thing to be invested in the organization you're volunteering for. So that's important for me,
Yeah. Very meaningful.
indeed.
Absolutely.
And I did have, my career was spent in fundraising.
okay.
So it's not new to me.
Yes, it was a good tie.
Right.
Good opportunity for you to
Right.
use what you do for a great cause.
Right.
And so October is definitely a big cancer awareness type month in general. I mean, you see it on the
True.
football fields. You
True.
see it at my daughter's soccer, volleyball matches. Soccer. What was that? She's growing up. That was a long time ago. But yeah, so we were really happy to be able to have a care week. It was important to us to do this with you,
thank you.
this time of year. So are the envelopes in mailboxes? When have our residents received those?
They will be receiving them probably the week of November 7th.
Okay, so coming up.
Yeah, it's being printed right now. It will be all in the mail here shortly. So
Perfect. So now we've just laid the foundation for what CARE is all about, some of the great opportunities you have to participate by donating, by volunteering, and it's the perfect time to be doing all of this.
yes.
So it's so good. And I can't wait to see the electric event that already happened.
too.
Yes.
Me too.
Yes, it's going to be so fun.
It will be.
Yes.
It will be. It'll be kind of that dream, that we've been thinking about it for so long, and now we're actually
It's a
doing
reality.
it tomorrow night.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. It might be a little cool outside tomorrow, but
Oh, we'll be moving around.
Dancing.
yeah, exactly.
More dancing.
And I think a unique group of people joining too, because they all bid on that. That's
Yeah.
they won that
Right.
Yeah.
prize. So it's kind of a fun. It's all coming to fruition in a way. So
Right.
I'm excited to show everybody what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot
Very
of fun.
good. Well, what else can we share with our members about CARE? Anything, any parting thoughts that you'd like to leave with everybody before we sign off?
No, I just think that if you want to get involved, there's just lots of opportunities, lots of different things you can do, and you don't have to spend a lot of time.
And how do they get a hold of you?
Good
Well,
question.
yes, excellent. So that's why the entire week dedicated to CARE.
Right.
We will have, this week you've seen the Mountain Minutes. We're going to show the video that you've had produced. That's going to be dropped in to help generate that, and we'll put your email address in there. Joe,
Well, sure. I mean, everyone knows how to find me in the member directory.
Yes, absolutely.
But we do have a website or an email address specific for CARE, which is care@caredm.org.
Yep.
Which is our general email box. Or you can find me in the member directory. So if you know how to spell Porcellato, I wish you lots of luck. No.
That's right.
Everyone's always like, how do you spell that?
Easy to find. Very good.
Yes.
Well, great. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes, thank
Jill,
you.
thank you, Diane.
Thank
you,
you.
Michael.
Thank you.
Right.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to seeing you again tomorrow night.
2 nights ago,
Yeah, tonight. I mean, yeah.
or last night.
Right.
It's all good.
That's right.
It's CARE Week.
It's Care Week.
Love it.
All right. Well, Kim, there's one more thing we should get to.
What is that?
Well, the great shots from around the mountain.
Of course.
Okay, let's send it to the studio, and we will be right back.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Kim. The members have sure been busy out on the courses, and especially on number 7 and Outlaw. So let's get to it. Mark Anderson on Friday, October 21st, an eagle on number 17 Outlaw. Tyson Siegler, Saturday, October 22nd, a hole-in-one on number 15 Outlaw. Michael Urban on Sunday, October 23rd, a hole-in-one on number 4 Outlaw. James Thompson, Wednesday, October 25th, you guessed it, a hole-in-one on number 4, number 7. That is Mr. Thompson's 4th career ace. Carrie Redinger, Wednesday, October 25th, an eagle on number 5 Outlaw. And to round it out this week, Steve McMurray had his 4th career ace on Wednesday, October 25th, on number 12 at number 7. Congratulations, members. We look forward to seeing more of these great shots rolling in.
Okay, thank you very much.
Those are some great shots.
Those were some phenomenal shots.
Amazing. Congratulations.
Ladies, thank you again.
Thank you.
Members,
All right.
thank you.
See you around the mountain.
See you around the mountain.